Hello, everyone. Welcome again to Bedtime Storytime. Miss Debbie here, your favorite storyteller. So, tonight it's still light out, and I don't have my pajamas on because it's going to be light for a while. I'm actually listening for the ice cream man, and I think I want to go get an ice cream cone or something. I really enjoy when he comes up the street. Um, yeah, and it's a beautiful evening. And maybe you'll hear some planes in the background, and maybe you'll hear the ringing of the ice cream man's bell, and maybe you'll go and play outside until it gets dark, a little bit darker, and the fireflies come out. So I wish you have a fun evening, and we'll have our stories and we'll have our songs, and you'll settle into it to a very good night. So again, I like to start off with this cute little song called Sometimes My Mommy. Mommy. Sometimes my mommy takes me over to my friend's house to play. Sometimes she's gone a little while, and sometimes she's gone all day. But my mommy comes back, my mommy comes back, my mommy comes back to get me. My mommy comes back, she always comes back, she never would forget me. So you can have a good time playing with your friends, and then you can come home to your own happy home, right? It's summertime. What could be better? So, Twinkle won't be up for a while. He only comes out when it's pretty dark out. But we sometimes look for him in the night sky and make that wish, right? Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. Now remember, I've been wishing for a trip to Disney World. Love Disney World. And last week I wished for the libraries to open. So it looks like that wish is going to come true. So, um, what can I wish for tonight? What are you going to wish for tonight? Maybe you'll wish for that ice cream man to come up your street so you could get a vanilla ice cream cone. How fun. What a nice treat for a summer evening. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. By the way, a star shape, the way we draw it, has 5 points. Can you count them with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Bye, Twinkle. We'll see you later. We'll see you later. Oh, here's my happy little turtle. I had a little turtle. It lived in a box. It swam in a puddle and it climbed on the rocks. It snapped at a mosquito. It snapped at a flea. It snapped at a minnow and it snapped at me. It caught the mosquito and it caught the flea. It caught the minnow, but it didn't catch me. And now he's going to tuck his head inside his shell. That's where he goes when he wants to be safe and maybe take a little nap. I don't know where turtles sleep. If they come out of the lake and sleep on the land, I really don't know. Tonight's book, I have two of them, and the first one is called Stella Luna. Stella means star, and Luna means moon. This is the story of a little bat by Janelle Cannon. In a warm and sultry forest far, far away, there once lived a mother fruit bat and her new baby. Oh, how Mother Bat loved her soft, tiny baby. I'll name you Stella Luna, she crooned. Each night, Mother Bat would carry Stella Luna clutched to her breast as she flew out to search for food. Bats come out at night. I haven't seen any bats in a long time. Maybe they only live in the country. One night, as Mother Bat followed the heavy scent of ripe fruit, an owl spied her. On silent wings, the powerful bird swooped down upon the bats. Dodging and shrieking, Mother Bat tried to escape, but the owl struck again and again, knocking Stella Luna into the air. Her baby wings were as limp and useless as wet paper. Down, down she went, faster and faster, into the forest below. The dark leafy tangle of branches caught Stella Luna as she fell. One twig was just small enough for Stella Luna's tiny feet. Wrapping her wings around her, she clutched the thin branch, trembling with cold and fear. "Mother," Stella Luna squeaked, "where are you?" By daybreak, the baby bat could hold on no longer. Down, down again she dropped. And here's the poor frightened thing hanging by her feet, all wrapped up. Flump! Stella Luna landed headfirst in a soft, downy nest, startling the 3 baby birds who lived there. Stella Luna quickly clambered from the nest and hung out of sight below it. She listened to the babble of the 3 birds. "What was that?" cried Flap. "I don't know, but it's hanging by its feet," chirped Flitter. "Shh! Here comes Mama," hissed Pip. And here's the baby birds, and there's Stella Luna falling on her face in the nest. Many, many times that day, Mama Bird flew away, always returning with food for her babies. Stella Luna was terribly hungry, but not for the crawly things Mama Bird brought. Finally, though, the little bat could not bear it any longer. She climbed into the nest, closed her eyes, and opened her mouth. Plop! In dropped a big green grasshopper. "I guess you'll eat it if you're hungry." Poor Stella Luna. Stella Luna learned to be like the birds. She stayed awake all day and slept at night. She ate bugs, even though they tasted awful. Her bat wings were quickly disappearing. Her bat ways were quickly disappearing. Except for one thing. Stella Luna still liked to sleep hanging by her feet. Once, when Mama was away, the curious baby birds decided to try it too. When Mama Bird came home, she saw 8 tiny feet gripping the edge of the nest. "Eek!" she cried. "Get back up here this instant! You're going to fall and break your necks." And there they are, just hanging there, so cute. Friends like to try things their other friends do. The birds clambered back into the nest, but Mama Bird stopped Stella Luna. "You are teaching my children to do bad things. I will not let you back into this nest unless you promise to obey all the rules of this house." Stella Luna promised. She ate bugs without making faces. She slept in the nest at night, and she didn't hang by her feet. Stella Luna behaved as a good bird should. Look how different she looks. All the babies grew quickly, and soon the nest became crowded. Mama Bird told them it was time to learn to fly. One by one, Pip, Flitter, Flap, and Stella Luna jumped from the nest. Their wings worked. "I'm just like them," thought Stella Luna. "I can fly too." Pip, Flitter, and Flap landed gracefully on a branch. Stella Luna tried to do the same. Isn't she cute? How embarrassing. And here she is trying to navigate that branch. I will fly all day, Stella Luna told herself. Then no one will see how clumsy I am. Look, she looks like a little mouse. So cute. The next day, Pip, Flitter, Flap, and Stella Luna went flying far from home. They flew for hours, exercising their new wings. The sun is setting, warned Flitter. We had better go home or we will get lost in the dark, said Flap. But Stella Luna had flown far ahead and was nowhere to be seen. The three anxious birds went home without her. All alone, Stella Luna flew and flew until her wings ached and she dropped into a tree. I promised not to hang by my feet, Stella Luna sighed, so she hung by her thumbs and soon fell asleep. She didn't hear the soft sound of wings coming near. Look at that poor little thing, hanging by her thumbs. Hey, a loud voice said, why are you hanging upside down? Stella Luna's eyes opened wide. She saw a most peculiar face. I'm not upside down, you are, Stella Luna said. Ah, but you're a bat. Bats hang by their feet. You are hanging by your thumbs, so that makes you upside down, the creature said. I'm a bat. I am hanging by my feet. That makes me right side up. Stella Luna was confused. Mama Bird told me I was upside down. She said I was wrong. Wrong for a bird, maybe, but not for a bat, said the new bat. More bats gathered around to see the strange young bat who behaved like a bird. Stella Luna told them her story. You ate bugs? Stuttered one. You slept at night? Gasped another. How very strange, they all murmured. Wait, let me look at this child. A bat pushed through the crowd. An owl attacked you? She asked. Sniffing Stella Luna's fur, she whispered, you are Stella Luna. You are my baby. She found her baby. You escaped the owl? Cried Stella Luna. You survived? Yes, said Mother Bat as she wrapped her wings around Stella Luna. Come with me and I'll show you where to find the most delicious fruit. You'll never have to eat another bug as long as you live. But it's nighttime, Stella Luna squeaked. We can't fly in the dark, or we will crash into trees. We're bats, said Mother Bat. We can see in the darkness. Come with us. Stella Luna was afraid, but she let go of the tree and dropped into the deep blue sky. Stella Luna could see. She felt as though rays of light shone from her eyes. She was able to see everything in her path. Soon the bats found a mango tree, and Stella Luna ate as much of the fruit as she could hold. I'll never eat another bug as long as I live, cheered Stella Luna as she stuffed herself full. I must tell Pip, Flitter, and Flap. She's discovering a whole new world. The next day, Stella Luna went to visit the birds. Come with me and meet my bat family, said Stella Luna. Okay, let's go, agreed Pip. They hang by their feet and they fly at night and they eat the best food in the world, Stella Luna explained to the birds on the way. As the birds flew among the bats, Flap said, I feel upside down here. So the birds hung by their feet. Wait until dark, Stella Luna said excitedly. We will fly at night. When night came, Stella Luna flew away. Pip, Flitter, and Flap leapt from the tree to follow her. I can't see a thing, yelled Pip. Neither can I, howled Flitter. Aye, shrieked Flap. Oh, they're going to crash, gasped Stella Luna. I must rescue them. Stella Luna swooped about, grabbing her friends in the air. She lifted them to a tree, and the birds grasped a branch. Stella Luna hung from the limb above them. We're safe, said Stella Luna. Then she sighed. I wish you could see in the dark, too. We wish you could land on your feet, Flitter replied. Pip and Flap nodded. They perched in silence for a long time. How can we be so different and feel so much alike? Mused Flitter. And how can we feel so different and be so much alike? Wondered Pip. I think this is quite a mystery, Flap chirped. I agree, said Stella Luna, but we're friends, and that's a fact. The end. You can be friends and be quite different and have fun. And that's the story of Stella Luna. Stella Luna. Can you say that? Stella, la la la, Luna. Listen to all those L's. Stella Luna. Maybe you have a name with L's in it, like Lily, Lily, or Lulu. I don't know. My name is Miss Debbie. There's a lot of B's, a lot of D's and B's. So, okay, that was a great story. And now we have one of our fun little songs. Remember, we're going to say I love you. So you use your pointer finger to point to yourself. That means I. Love, hands folded across your heart, and you, your pointer finger is far away, pointing away from you, meaning you. Or you could do baby sign language, shorthand, and this symbol means I love you. I love you. Okay. Skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. Skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. Well, we're not putting on our PJs yet, so we're gonna save that one song for just before we end. So let's have another book. This is what we call a Lift the Flap book, and this one is called An Adventure with Morris Mouse. He's cute, little Morris Mouse. Morris was a little mouse who lived in a cornfield. One fine sunny day, he decided to look for a new place to build a nest. But where? What a pretty cornfield that is. There's some red poppies there and butterflies. So Morris went around looking for a new nest. This might make a good place, thought Morris, looking in a little hole in the bank of the river. But oh dear, who's there? We live here, squealed Gregory Groundhog and his family. We live here. Morris scampered over to where an old teapot lay in the flowers. Perhaps that would make a nice nest. But oh dear, here's the teapot. And as he looked in, "We live here," chirped the Wren family, Jenny and Johnny Wren. You probably have wrens in your backyard. They're little birds, little brown birds, and their tails stick up just like that. You can throw out some bird seed and they'll come and eat it. How about this hollow tree, thought Morris to himself, balancing on a branch. But oh dear, this is our nest, chattered Sammy and Sally Squirrel. Woo! Squirrels are hogs. They want that nest all to themselves. Poor Morris. This bush looks nice, thought Morris, looking up at the colorful flowers. I would be happy living here. But oh dear, this is our nest, said Dilly Dormouse and her babies. Peekaboo, aw. I've never seen a dormouse, have you? Oh, here's the wren. Do you see the wren at the top of the page? There she is. There must be room in the apple orchard, thought Morris, nibbling on the fallen fruit. But oh dear. We live here, said Willie Weasel and his family. And look at that. There's a lantern fly on that apple. There's the weasel. We live here. Here's no room for a little mouse. Where can I build my new nest, wondered Morris. And then he spotted a nice mossy stump. But oh dear, Buzzy Bee was already living there with his bee friends. Poor Morris. He decided there was nothing for it but go back to the cornfield. Even his old nest was better than no nest at all. Still, I wish I had someone to share my old nest with, he sniffed, feeling rather lonely. And there he is, going back to his nest, his old nest, and look. There's a little mouse nose peeking out. I wonder who that could be. Oh, it's nice to be home, said Morris. I wonder if that's his mommy. But look at all, he's got butterfly friends and those beautiful red poppies. What could be nicer? The end. I like that book. Maybe you'll take out your crayons and a coloring book and do some coloring later. I love to color. I have lots of coloring books and I use pencils. You could use pencils too. And I could just sit for hours coloring. Sometimes I draw, but not too often. I like to read a lot. Do you like to read a lot? I hope you have some books at home to read. But don't worry, because the library is going to open very soon. It seems like it's been closed a long time. And then we'll have a summer of beautiful weather and books. So, is it time to put your jammies on? Sometimes, you know what? In the summertime when the weather was nice, sometimes my mommy let us put our jammies on and we went outside and played in our pajamas and our bare feet, and that was so fun. Oh boy. And if we were really good, she might say, well, let's set up the tent and you could sleep outside in the tent tonight. That's a lot of fun too. And then you could feel the cool night air and you could poke your head out during the night and look up in the sky for twinkle. And if you get scared, you can come in a little bit later on. So let's put our jammies on. This is the way we put on our PJs, put on our PJs, put on our PJs. This is the way we put on our PJs before we go to bed. This is the way we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face before we go to bed. This is the way we comb our hair, comb our hair, comb our hair. This is the way we comb our hair before we go to bed. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth before we go to bed. This is the way we blow a kiss, blow a kiss, blow a kiss. This is the way we blow a kiss before we go to bed. Mwah! Do you do a soft little kiss or a noisy little kiss? I used to play the tickle game with my son when he was a little boy. That was a lot of fun. He really liked it. Personally, I don't like to be tickled. And remember what I said to you about Lily White's party? And my mother would say, "Who wants to go to Lily White's party?" And we said, "Oh, yes, we'd like to go to Lily White's party." And you know what? It just meant go to bed because your sheets were clean and lily white. And we were fooled. But it's nice to go to bed with your nice soft pillow and your nice clean sheets and to listen to the noises of the evening as we settle down into our sleep. Go hippity hop to bed. I'd rather stay up instead. When mother says must, there's nothing but just go hippity hop to bed. Oh well. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I love you. Good night, sweet dreams, and I will look for you next week with another story. Boy, we'll never run out of stories, right? See you soon.